Stop using these boring ways to display images. This smooth and seamless image transition effect will definitely wow your audience. Creating this kind of animation effect is really simple. Let's make it together. First, insert an image onto a blank slide. Adjust the size of the image. If you hold down the Shift key, you can resize the image proportionally. Next, click on Picture Format and select Crop. Then choose Crop to Shape and select Rounded Rectangle. Now our image is cropped into a rounded rectangle shape. Next, click Crop again. Crop the image to the size you need. Click Confirm. Then drag this small yellow dot. This lets us adjust the curvature of the rounded rectangle. Next, we need to make 3 copies of this image. Hold down Ctrl and Shift and drag the image to the right, and you'll easily make a copy. Then do the same thing again, hold Ctrl and Shift and drag to the right. Now we have 4 images. Adjust the spacing and place them on the right side of the page. Next, we'll replace the last 3 images with the other pictures we've prepared. Right-click with your mouse and select Change Picture. Just choose the picture you want. It's really convenient. What if the area of some images isn't exactly what we want? Click on the image, then go to the Crop option and open it. Adjust the display area of the image to the position you want. Now all 4 images have been edited. Here we need to do one more step. A lot of times the images we import are pretty large, which can make our animations laggy later on. So here, select all the images, then in the Picture Format tab, choose Picture Effects and then Picture Quality. Just select the Web option to compress the images, which will help our animations run more smoothly. Next, let's duplicate the slide. We need to extend the first image. We need to enlarge its crop area and drag it to a suitable position. Keep in mind that the left half of the image is reserved for text and images, so make sure to leave enough space. That's it for the first page's image. Next, let's duplicate it to create another page. On the third page, we want the area of the first image to be smaller and the area of the second image to be larger. Then, continue using the crop function to crop the first image. As you drag it a certain distance, a guideline will appear. This serves as a prompt for us. It means the spacing is equal to the image behind it. So it's very convenient. It helps us determine the cropping distance. For the second image, we also enlarge it by clicking Crop and dragging it to the left. As we drag it a certain distance, we'll see a guideline appear indicating equal spacing. At that point, we can stop dragging. Then adjust the arc to the appropriate size. Just now, we notice that our 4 images are evenly spaced because the guidelines help us. If you can't find these guidelines, where do you look? Click on View. In the bottom right corner, click to open the border and make sure that Smart Guides are turned on. Okay, now let's repeat the same steps. Let's use this method to work on the next page. In this image, we want to enlarge the third image and shrink the second one. Continue with the same steps. Click Crop, crop the second image to the right size, and you'll see the guidelines help us confirm the placement, the layout of the images. Next, crop the third image as well. Again, drag it to the position of the guideline and then stop. Adjust the curvature a bit. Now let's move on to the last page. Drag it to the right distance. When we're cropping the last page, you'll notice that dragging creates a blank area in the image. That's okay. The missing part on the left side can be adjusted by dragging. Move the person in this page's image to the center of the page. Then adjust the curvature. Okay, perfect. Now we've finished all 4 images. 1 title page and 4 segmented pages are all done. For convenience in the demonstration, I've added a title to the first page here. The other pages all have text added. These texts are very simple edits, just made up of words and images. To save time, I just copied them over directly. So I won't spend too much time demonstrating this part. Now, let's add a really fun animation effect here. To make the text characters slide as the pages change, we need to do some preparation first. On the second page, we copy this text, paste it onto the first page, and drag it to the bottom of the page. Do the same thing. Take the content from the first page, copy it to the second page, and then drag it to the top of the page. So what kind of effect will this create? When we flip from the first page to the second page, the content from the first page will move straight up. The content on the second page will scroll up from the bottom to the center of the page. It's really fun. Using the same logic, we copy the content from the third page, paste it below the second page. Place it here in advance. Then also place the content from the second page in advance. Sorry. Place it above the third page. This way, when we demonstrate it later, there will be a text sliding effect. We'll use the same method for chapters 3, 4, and 5 as well. I'll fast forward here, since the overall logic is the same. So what do we do after we finish these steps? Select all 5 images. Add a smooth transition effect. To keep the animation from dragging on too long, we'll set the duration to 1.25 seconds. And just like that, this fun effect is done. Let's take a look. The whole animation is super smooth, and each slide really highlights the key points. Isn't it really easy to make? Okay, if you enjoyed what I shared today, feel free to follow my channel up. You'll get more interesting PPT tips and tricks. In the future, I'll also be sharing content about AI videos and making AI-powered PPTs, so I hope you'll tune in.